Hello, this is Malcolm Rose, and today we're in for a treat because I am showcasing Bloatcrawl. This is a fork of Dungeon Crawl, Stone Soup, where, as you can imagine, it's very bloated. It's got all these races, and soon it'll have even more as soon as somebody figures out a way to make the screen paginate to where you can go to another one and have even more races. Some of these is stuff that's like, used to be in Crawl. I want to say that high elves exist, maybe not. But most of it is new stuff. Profound elf. It's a joke about deep elves. It's even deeper than deep elves. Twice as elven. So they have like double the amount of spell casting and spell aptitudes, and half the amount of all the stuff that's already bad, like fighting and weapon skills. And things like hit points and mana and whatnot apply as well, so I imagine it's a lot of fun. However, we're going to play an extreme challenge today, which it kind of started as a bet, I guess. I told Hellmonk, the guy who originally developed this fork, that I would play a Felid Mummy, which is a Felid with all the mummy aptitudes and none of the good things about Felids. No extra lives, no speed, I don't even think you get fur, you don't get claws. So I'd play a Felid Mummy Deprived, which is a background which, it sucks, basically. They don't have anything. So it's the worst possible background you could imagine. The worst possible background you could imagine in Dungeon Crawl. We're going to be training unarmed combat. But yeah, I told Hellmonk I would play this, and I would take a video of it, maybe even multiple ones. I may even, who knows, if I try hard enough, maybe I'll even win. I told him I would do it as long as he went to my site, rosecrypto.com, and he's got to follow my referral links and buy at least $100 worth of Bitcoin, which, it's a small price to pay, since he's going to get to watch me punish myself, I guess, with this terrible, terrible, terrible combo. So we have 7 hit points, 2 magic points, not that it really matters because we don't have a book. And like a mummy, we're vulnerable to fire, have a little bit of cold resistance, so I guess we kind of do have fur, but not really. Immune to negative, immune to poison. And our aptitudes are just awful for everything except for spellcasting and necromancy, which doesn't matter because we don't have a book. So the plan to me seems pretty obvious. We need to train unarmed combat and fight this stuff. Mr. Lizard can do 3 damage. We have 7 hit points, so this is reasonably safe. We got him. Let's set a macro real fast. I like to have my spacebar as a rest button. I'm just going to auto-explore because I have lots of courage. Okay, so we need to watch and see how much damage these guys can do. He can only do 4. So really this is just like playing a Felid on level 1, a melee Felid. Only, we have to be even more careful. Now here's a problem, because this dude, he can one-shot me. Clubs do 5 damage. And he does 4 damage. So 4 plus 5 is 9. That's more than the amount of hit points I have. So we're really just going to have to roll the dice, unfortunately. Why don't we... Wait, can we get away from him? Wow! Come on, stealth. Nope. I guess I'll just roll the dice and try to fight him. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, so here's where the really interesting part of the video starts, where I kite this dude around for however many turns it takes to get back to 7 hit points. But he could end it at any moment if he gets random energy, or if I go to fight him and he gets full damage, or in fact full -1 damage, because he could do 9, he could do 8, or full -2. He could do 7, 8, or 9 damage. So we need him not to do... Essentially, we need him not to roll high, and I need to roll really well. If I ran away from him long enough, it's possible I could get him to not know where I am. Like every time I go out of his line of sight. Oh, I screwed up. Whoops. Okay, let's swing. There we go, see, 5 damage to me. Now here's the one good thing about playing a Felid Mummy, is I can do this forever. You know. I'm trying to leave his line of sight here and there. If he had random energy in the lazy direction, then we could get, yeah, like that. We could get a square between me and him, and then there are certain paths I can take. Like, certain paths I can take that make him leave my line of sight for a turn, and like I said, if my stealth rolls well, that's all it takes for him to start walking away. It's not likely, but it can happen. Although it seems like the AI is pathing in such a way that he's being a big dummy because of that doorway, and I'm building up. Okay, whoops, nope. I was gonna say I thought I got away from him. That's ridiculous. Well, I like that. I'll abuse that in the future if this game actually lasts. Let's see if we can find something that's a little more killable. As usual with a Felid, and especially, I suppose, a Felid Mummy, we're looking for things that don't do much damage. Things that... Oops, let's... This is good. We're looking for things without weapons. But see, I suck at fighting. I mean, I'm duking it out with this frilled lizard for how many turns? Wait, are these guys speed 10? Sometimes I forget. It seems to be... Oh, right, I don't have meme in this chat. I think that frilled lizards are speed 10. Anyway, we can... This is about the best thing other than a bat that we could find to fight, so... Clearly we want to just kite him. Yeah, he's speed 10. Here we go. Got him. Nice. We're slowly but surely progressing. Oh, he shouted. Nice, nice. Unarmed combat now, level 1. We're getting there. Okay, hobgoblins can do 5 damage. That's still not my full hit points, so... Oh. Random energy, of course, as I was saying, can end this party at just about any moment. How cool would it be, by the way, if I won on the first try? I said the same thing about Orb of Fire Crawl, though, which is another fork. And I ended up losing that, so... I mean, it can't always happen, you know, the way that we'd like. Need one more hit point, so I can't get one-shotted. Got him! Going well. We're pretty close to level 2. And we have a scroll now. Okay, cockroaches are a little annoying because they do 2 damage. Which is, well, that part's not annoying, but it's the fact that they're fast. But we're going to roll the dice on it, and we got them. We have one unarmed now, which is better than nothing. Alright, we gain a level. I'd rather not fight this dude. over here. Let's pull him. Okay, this is fine. But yeah, having the extra hit points is huge. It's huge. This is what I was thinking of, where they're a little bit fast. Let's just close the door on him. Because fighting him, he does 5 damage and he's fast. I don't think so. Alright, this is an excellent find. Let's pull him down here. Oh, ouch. He did max damage to me. Oh, he got me again. Why don't we just pull him down to the safest spot? I say safe, nothing's really safe. Really exciting gameplay here. Emergent. Emergent and advanced. XV made a macro for dancing around a certain pillar on D1. That's hilarious. It's not a bad idea. Bias Face is a friend of mine. He has the dubious honor of also being banned from Beam for saying something Gamafunk didn't like. So we became fast friends. But no, there's somebody else named XV who was trying this, and he actually got to level 2 as well. And then I watched him die to an adder, which is sort of hilarious to think about because normally adders are great if you're undead because the poison doesn't hit you, but on these guys, you're just so crappy, you know, Felid Mummies, but also Felid Mummy Deprived, where you just don't have any skills. You're just so crappy by default that simply having to fight something that has 5 damage and is faster than you is incredibly bad. Which is, by the way, as I said, the reason I avoided that iguana. Okay, let's try again. Nice. Really moving up in the world. Okay, we have 3 scrolls. We're going to keep those until we have multiples of something. They're going to function as panic buttons. Haha, no thanks. Got a 2 stack. It could be identify. It is. We got teleport. Oh yeah, we're moving up in the world. We have noise, which of course we don't want. But, I'll keep it in the inventory, why not? Leopard gecko. That's not good. We're gonna have to go down a different staircase. Oh boy. Well, this isn't so bad, because 4 damage plus dagger. I want to say dagger does 5 damage. It would help if I looked up items, not monsters. Base damage 4. Okay, that's not bad. He can't one-shot me. We're going to pull him up. He could have one-shot me there. Okay, we're going to pull him up. And we're going to keep walking away. So that was ugly. Oh no. Yeah, we don't want to fight these guys at the same time. I suppose I can kite them both if I felt like it. And we have teleport. Let's not forget that. Crap, he hit me. Basically, we have to dodge his attacks, or we have to hit him for a ton of damage. Unarmed combat is up to 1.4. I want to say that your base damage increases. Crap. I want to say that your base damage increases every single time you gain a point of unarmed combat, so we'll get more powerful in a very exponential way. Okay, I want to be over here because this is a lot safer. Crap. I'm not actually going to set a macro like the XV guy did, because it would be very simple for me to end up having that other goblin with the club show up and then interrupt the macro by punching me in the face. So I don't want to risk that. Let's go to full hit points. Come on. This is a perfectly doable fight if RNG just works in my favor. I'm gonna give myself carpal tunnel. Oh man. Yeah, I gotta reset. And by the way, monsters regenerate faster than me, it seems like. They shouldn't. I mean, I don't think my regeneration is slow. No, it's not. But they do seem to regenerate much faster than me, which is simply, I would call that unfortunate. We could train a little fighting. You know, even getting a single point of hit points might be worth it, but really we just want to gain levels. And we want to be able to attack things quickly, and we want to be able to do damage, so spamming unarmed combat seems to be the way forward. Yes! Alright. I think we may have to fight this gecko, which is unfortunate. Although I suppose I could fight the one on D1 instead. This is interesting. I think we gotta fight this one. Let's pull him up though. I'm just gonna fight him to the death. Oh, we're dead. LOL. Okay. Not much I could have done about that, really. I suppose I could have teleported immediately. Maybe in the future I'll do that. Let's try again. Let's start Bloatcrawl trunk. It's a little bit laggy on starting these games for some reason. Although the game itself is not laggy on this server. It's just the starts. Okay, unarmed combat again. Start out with a scroll, 2 of them in fact, that's nice. Oh, why do I have auto explore off? Scroll of identify. Scroll of teleport, okay. They can only do 5 damage, and this is worth a good bit of experience, so this is a solid find. Of course, killing it is another story. Yeah, maybe I should make a macro, so I don't have to manually do all this. Of course, I could just okay, hold up, let's just walk over here. He seems to have wandered out. Oh, nope, there he is. Can we not kill him? Oh, whoops. Screwed up my walk there. But yeah, I think oozes are slightly slow. Like speed 9 or something rather than speed 10. Because we can create distance between me and him pretty consistently. Come on. Give me good rolls. Oh, it's happening. It's not happening. The amount of RNG that's required to beat this guy it might be a little intense for the complete lack of skills. Whoa, he got random energy on me. And I didn't die. I tell you what, this is stupid. Let's go fight something else. Like this kobold. I want him to use up his rocks. He seems to have used up his rocks. Oh, he got a max damage hit on me. This is not a good start. We haven't killed a single guy yet. If I opened up that door, I could make a macro pretty easily to stair dance around it. I think I might do that. After this kobold is dead anyway. And let's do that at full hit points, because it conceivably he could hit me for like 2 damage. And then I could be at like 5 hit points and still be able to survive, you know. Closing the door repeatedly because it's faster. Okay. Oh, come on. Whoa, I walked right into him. Oh well. That's fine. I didn't anticipate doing this anywhere close to the first try as a win. Unarmed combat again. Oh boy. Amnesia. Gotta avoid this dart slug. Uh-oh. Somehow I haven't been hit. It's a pretty spicy start here. Oh, we're dead. Yeah, a lot of this is just pure luck. But there is quite a lot of skill involved as well. So I can't say that you could pure luck win a Felid Mummy Deprived. Simply have to know quite a lot about the game. Okay, this is the equivalent on a normal character of running into a halberd knoll at the start. But we got it. Oh, we have a god. We have a god on D1. Okay, so Mr. Kobold can do 9 damage. He's too strong. The rat, on the other hand, he can do 3 damage. He's gotten the better of me. And I just realized there's no easy way to stair dance, or excuse me, column dance him over here. We do not have a good spot for that. That sucks. Yep, he got me. Oh well. Try again. I'm determined. You can't keep me down. Okay, this guy can one-shot me. That's a lot of kobolds. Oh, I should have taken that shaft. Oh my god, we just one-shotted him. That's outrageous. Let's try to get back up. Okay, do we have a stair dance? Yeah, we have a sort of have a spot to stair dance, but cockroaches are faster than me and I'm only level 1, so that's a better place to call him dance. Up here. We kind of have to fight the cockroach if he's still here. Oop. Leopard gecko. Enchant armor. Remove curse. Okay. Nope, we just die. I almost wonder if it's better to simply try to rush to the temple. And I mean rush, I mean like just walk there immediately. Okay, we're just gonna tab him. Okay, good. Yep. I suppose I could have walked away from that iguana and gone down. That would have been technically, I suspect, better than what I did. Okay, gotta scroll. And we have a decent place to dance this guy. Okay, he can one-shot me. Just want to get to 4 hit points. There we go. Nope. Didn't want to cooperate. It'd be nice if he was consistent in the way that he chased me around this single column. But he's not. Seems like it's sort of random which direction he chooses. See, it's these single columns you can't really reliably, so I would make a macro if I could, but I cannot. Oop, that is a dart slug. Being able to do 8 damage at range is clearly something we want to avoid if possible. I'd like to be at full hit points when I try this again, but I almost wonder if it's less time consuming to just spam tab at this stuff and not try to play perfectly, because we have nothing to lose right now except for what? A scroll, you know? Which could be nothing, could be identify, could be just about anything that I don't care about. Oh, we got him. Can we get the no stab kill? The helpless rat fails to defend itself. You hit the rat but do no damage. Something you may or may not have noticed is that in addition to not having claws, I don't have a stab attack, because while Felids get that, they get it on account of their claws. Ah. Oh man. Dang it. That's annoying. I'm just gonna try to fight it. There we go. I was hoping to have a square between me and him. Oh boy, that's a jackal. 3 damage. Enchant weapon. Well, we're just gonna have to duke it out. Probably lose. Yep, we died. I was hoping for teleport. I'd probably take book, by the way, if I had acquirement, which I'm always curious about. I'm not even sure if you can get that on D1, but if somehow I found it, I'm just gonna tab this out. He asks if I'm feeling the pain. Yeah, this guy can one-shot me anyway. I think I'm just gonna fight him until I'm dead. Okay. The amount of carefulness that I'm doing is going down. I'm noticing as I lose these guys. It occurs to me that I really just want to rely on RNG for the things that I don't want to say forced to fight. You know, like for example here, if I don't have a relatively convenient start where it just gives me a column to dance around immediately, I might as well just tab stuff. Particularly if I don't have any experience left. I mean, the character, once he has some stuff to work with, like this is ridiculous. I'm not putting effort into a game where I have jackals right off the start. But once the character has some experience, then it's okay, well, this is valuable. This is something I want to put effort into maintaining, but I mean, in a lot of ways, it's kind of like I have to scum up a good start. Or farm up a good start. Okay, this isn't so bad insofar as I see that there's a bat there for me to kill after I'm done with this dude, and I see that there's a lot of columns I can dance around. So okay, this isn't bad. How about we let's see. So it's going to be 9, 8, 8, 7, 1, and I think it follows. I think it follows in the exact same pattern every time when it's set up like this. At least I hope. So let me see. 9, 8, 8. Yeah, it is 7. And then 1, 2, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, he's definitely he's hitting me sometimes. So that's not working. Never mind. Needs to be longer. It needs to be a longer column. It can't just be one tile, or that doesn't work. This would work. Unfortunately, this dude can one-shot me, so... Nice. I'm gonna roll the dice on killing this guy. Nope. Again, not particularly worth it to even put the time into trying to survive if my first couple enemies are things that can one-shot me. Nice. Sometimes I can one-shot other stuff, you know, stuff that I wouldn't expect to be able to one-shot, which is essentially anything in this game. Okay, this is a good column. Okay. Macro. Redefine. Okay. 8. Let's just count these out. 8, 8, 8. Up, up, up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then up left, down left, down, 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 down right, and then up right. he's actually here. It's funny because if I press this, it looks like I'm not doing anything, but I am moving. I assure you. Oh. So he could do 4 damage. We want to have 5 hit points if possible. I like how his little ghost image is staying there. Dang it, all it takes is one bad hit. Wow, this macro was a good idea. I'm sorry I doubted XV even for a second. Ah! What the... Ah! Alright, I see what happened here. He, at some point, lost sight of me, and then, as I was saying at the very beginning of this video, the stealth can kick in, and he came in from the other direction, and then my macro got me killed. So, I don't know. I don't know about this macro situation. I just got done complimenting it too. Alright, this is... Whoops. I'm just gonna fight this guy. Or maybe not. I'm just gonna die. I insist this is doable. Felid Mummy itself would be fine, very easy in fact, if you just started as a necromancer. Well, I don't want to say easy, but survivable in a way that this is proving to be not. But it's just like you kind of have to farm up a good start, and I don't mean farm up in the way that you would farm up good RNG items or anything. I mean like farming up monsters that aren't gonna just one-shot you, farming up good RNG on the fights themselves, so on and so forth. If it gave me nothing but, 5,000 rats, that would be fine. Or kobolds. Or goblins, or oozes even. That would be way more doable than if you run into like a single iguana or a single jackal, especially at XL1. This is 4 damage. Ugh. Perhaps I should try the macro again and just keep an eye out for him going, getting confused about my location. This is interesting though. It seems like I could actually reset fights if I call and dance long enough, which is something I feel like I knew was possible theoretically due to random energy and whatnot, but stealth is way more reliable. I mean, it's still pretty unreliable, but it's way more reliable than I thought it was. For the purposes of resetting fights. He just got random energy and attacked me. Could have one-shotted me there. Or I should say finished me off. It's not exactly a one-shot, since I was already hurt. Let's try this at full hit points. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Mr. Ball Python is faster than me, and he constricts. Oh, we're teleporting. Nice. Okay. We'd rather not fight him, even though they're very easy to kill usually. Oh my god. D1 Halberd Knoll. Alright, what's less horrible to fight? 5 hit point cockroach that's faster than me and does 2 damage, or 3 hit point ball python that's faster than me and constricts. I want to say the ball python. We're gonna roll the dice on him. Ah, we lose. We only had to do 3 hit points to him. That's very low. Perhaps the lowest hit points in the game out of any monster. But alas. Alas, he's stronger than me. The poor, deprived Felid Mummy. We've managed to burn an hour doing this. Almost. Up to 41 minutes on this video. How many hit points does a rat have? 2? I kind of wanted to keep going until I had a decent start. Immolate, huh? Yeah, I'm dead. But it seems like it just doesn't want to come together for me. Anyway, I assure you that Bloatcrawl is actually quite nice. The thing that I'm doing right now is fairly silly. But I'm thinking that what I should be doing instead is, like I said, trying to find the lair, perhaps. Nice, we killed the goblin. We have no chance against an orc. Did I say lair? I meant to say temple. I mean, I'm thinking maybe we should just rush to the temple. I've seen some people suggesting that if you just go take Heppel, that's Hepliacana, you'd be in a better position. And that might be right. Oh god. Well, we survived the... Oh god. This is brutal. We survived the dart slug, only to be dumped into the center of a very large pile of things. And we're dead. But yeah, if you found Heppel, you'd have to have even lower hit points, but at least you'd have something that can fight for you, which would be nice. Should I even be bothering? He can do 9 damage to me, so he'd be able to one-shot me. Let's just fight him. Yeah. Not really worth the time spent stair dancing, or column dancing rather. Okay, go down. Go back up. Unfortunately, cockroach is faster than me, so we gotta fight him. Uh-oh. 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 Yeah, starts like that. You're just not going anywhere, really, on a character like this. We're not gonna fight the jackal. Oh, hello. Pro fire. I had hoped for like Slay +6 or something, but yeah, check it out. Here's the new strategy. Here's the new jam. We're rushing for temple because so many games are getting thrown away on this character. Oh no, this is an old version where there are ghosts that are outside of their little vaults. We definitely lose this game, by the way. Anyway, if we can just make it to D4, or, mind you, or find a temple, or not a temple, but an altar before D4, because they can show up, you know, pretty much anywhere in the dungeon. Overflow altars start on D2, and regular altars can spawn anywhere, if they're in vaults, I believe. I don't know if they can just randomly spawn in the dungeon, like in a hallway or something, but... yeah, we're just going to see what we can do to get to Hebliakana. That definitely seems like the path. Magic mapping. I see that there's no D1 altar. Nice, Frill Blizzard's dead. Jackal. Okay. Believe it or not, a bat could kill me. That's how bad my melee is. But hey, this starts looking pretty good so far. We're actually getting some experience. So maybe I'll... Boo! Scarves can't wear... cats can't wear scarves. But they should be able to, if you ask me. I want to fight the bat, I don't want to fight the iguana. Come on. Ah. Why won't he chase me? Check it out. I'm losing to a bat. Wow. Didn't even have time for my teleport to kick in, so we just legitimately lost to a bat. That should give you some idea of why I'm insisting that I think the right choice is to go into temple first. So that's what we're going to do from now on. We're just straight up rushing. Oops. Well, that's a dead game. We tried to go downstairs. I don't know if you saw that, but I was, my poor little mummy cat got constricted. Yeah, we gotta tab this. He's faster than me. I wonder if training fighting off the bat would be better. Just for the hit points, you know. I wonder how quickly you would get hit points. Even a single one. Probably not very quickly. Okay, let's kill this rat. Come on. Ah, he got random energy. That's a shame because we had shafts. Shafts are really good for this, I would imagine, because you can potentially bypass floors. Nice. So... crap. Can't beat this. Well, we can, but RNG would have to be on my side pretty heavily. So yeah, we'll just take the first staircase we see. Enchant armor. Yep, that's right. Losing to a bat, almost. Nice. Well, I've determined it. You get a point of hit points very soon, less than halfway to level 2. So that's completely worth it. And then train on armed combat. Nice. Sucks. And that was an identify scroll. That sucks more. I was hoping for teleport. Let's see if I can't get to a staircase. Oh, I've made the situation worse for myself. Oh, this isn't bad. That was some good luck. Now, he can technically one-shot me at full hit points, but it's a little harder for him now because I trained that fighting. It almost makes me wonder and want to try out and see how quickly I can get 2 hit points. Nope, he got random energy on me, but luckily he didn't do much damage. I wonder how old of a version this is based on. You know, if we found like... Ooh, he got random energy again. He's getting some pretty amazing random energy. He's gotten 2 hits on me that he shouldn't have been able to get. But yeah, if we found 1 wand... If we found a slaying ring, if we found, I suppose even a protection ring would be kind of cool. I'm looking for a staircase. Oh, crap. What a mistake. Well, that works. I shouldn't have done that, by the way. But I will probably do some of these other races for, what do you call it, for Bloatcrawl. Because some of the stuff in this game is actually, it looks incredibly fun. Like, Profound Elf looks really interesting. You're incredibly fragile, but your spell power is through the roof, and your cast ability is through the roof. Ember Elf looks like fun. It's kind of the same idea. They get wild magic as they level up, so they get 3 ranks of it, I think. I think it goes up to 3. And what that means is spells are harder to cast, but they have more spell power. So your spell power is just completely insane, probably the highest possible in the game. Leprechaun seems kind of cool. They're lucky. They have 5 charms apt. But the luck factor means that your RNG for items is really good. The way it's mechanically set up is that you're treated as though you're a higher level. Or the items are going to be spawning at a higher level, rather. So you end up getting a ton of artifacts. Nice, okay. Nice, 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 nice. It's always good to take a step back when when you're fighting these guys. Man, how annoying would it have been if I had died there? But yeah, you want to take a step backwards. Because of the way their AI works for movement. Crap. He can do 12 damage. Let's try the other staircase. Oh, sweet. Nice, nice. We're level 2. We made it. We're level 2 and we're the proud owner of 12 hit points rather than 11. Which means I can actually fight stuff safely. I wonder if I can... I can't get him on the water. That sucks. Okay, let's go back. We'll risk a couple hits here. Hey, this is the best game we've had outside of the other one where I reached level 2. Oh. He can do 9 damage, so... But that's the thing, is this is actually a lot like turn count running, where your game can just kind of be cut short at any moment. Only it's worse than turn count running, because in TC it's at least still kind of your fault because you've chosen to take shortcuts in order to shave off turns. I guess what I'm really trying to say is it's very RNG based. Okay. Wow. Random energy is truly annoying. I'm not sure if you followed what happened there, but he was a square away from me. Due to random energy, in fact. And so I waited a turn. And lo and behold, he moves forward and then makes up for the random energy from before. And there's no really rhyme or reason to how it works. It's just that every single turn that they move, and I think this is how it works, I guess I haven't gone in and looked at the code, but my understanding is that every single turn they might move and attack. Or they might just do nothing instead of moving. There we go. Yeah, we're getting to the point where we can almost reliably kill this stuff. Let's hold off on this dude. He's still faster than me. Let's kill this dude, though. Oh, dude. Darn it. Oh, no. I think I could actually get him in the water. But I don't need to. Alas, clubs do 5 damage and he does 5 damage, so gotta dance him. Pretty good D1 though. Pretty good so far. Guardian Spirit would be a nice find on this character. Right on D1. I don't like the fact that there's a cockroach. It's not good. We can't get away from him. What we don't want to do is we don't want to fight and kill the hobgoblin and then have to deal with the cockroach right afterwards. That would be very bad. Not sure what the solution here is. I guess I can just wait for the perfect engagement. Oh, crap, he can one-shot me. By perfect engagement, I mean kill him without taking a single hit. Which is almost what I have to do anyway. Because see, as soon as he hits me, I'm in one-shot territory. Nice. He went away. Let's pull this as far away from... Well, actually, we're just gonna close the door repeatedly. Nice, okay. Do we want to just roll the dice on fighting this dude? Not particularly. 5 hit points is a lot. So I'll close the door on him. Why don't we just see what the next floor looks like? Not good. That ranged 8 damage, I don't want to fool with that. I do want to fool with this hobgoblin, as long as his cockroach friend doesn't show up. I just want to reset this fight until we win it. Which we can. We can definitely win this fight. Just need the RNG to play nice. How many hit points does he have? 5? I almost think the training fighting by itself would be better. Okay, cockroach is right there. Let's pull this guy up a little bit. Maybe I should have fought the cockroach, you know, by itself. But that's a non-resettable fight right there. It would be nice to have him out of my hair, though, I must say. I want to say that with only one unarmed skill, my attack roll is like 1d1. I think it can literally only do 1 damage. And then fighting maybe adds another 1 sometimes. I mean, I gotta say I'm not super familiar with the math behind how this works. I just have kind of a vague understanding that your base damage is determined by your unarmed skill, and your fighting skill can, I think, give you the equivalent of a slaying bonus. But even that might be wrong. I've never been much for looking into the numbers behind this game. I kind of prefer to have an intuitive understanding, which has worked out for me pretty well so far in terms of being able to streak and win and do well in tournaments and whatnot. But I imagine if I did take the time to get technical, and this is kind of how I've always played games. You know, I can be very good at them, but if I ever wanted to go to the next level and be competitive, whatever that means, I mean, there's no like esports thing for crawl, but I'll give you an example. I used to play StarCraft 2, and I was really good at it. You know, in terms of just like, not like an esports level, but just regular game, like I was in Masters League or whatever. But you know, you would never see me competing with grandmasters or people who are making money off of it, because I was never super interested in learning the meta, so to speak, learning about build orders and things like that. I mean, I knew a few things, but it just wasn't that interesting to me. I prefer to focus on just overall good strategy and micro and macro, but I just memorizing these sort of rote strategies just wasn't super interesting to me. And once you have that knowledge, you can sort of take it to the next level. You can talk about this sort of thing, I think, in games that aren't even video games as well, like chess. You know, Bobby Fischer. Hey, there we go. Bobby Fischer was one of the best players of all time, and he kind of hated the memorization game of chess. Okay, we got fear. and he created this version of chess. I forget what it's called off the top of my head, but kind of randomized the starting positions a little bit of some of the pieces, and it was really interesting because it took away the sort of memorized beginnings of these games. Nice. Because a lot of being good at chess is just simple memorization of these back and forth strategies where it's like, okay, well, you opened with this, so now I'm doing this, and okay, you used that variation is what they call it, and so now I'm going to do this, and it's just sort of decided that this is what's optimal, and to me that's not very interesting. Okay, let's... Okay, this is where it really happens, is we're gonna fight him and he'll be in the water and he can cling, I guess, so we'll fight him here. And he'll get as crappy of attack rolls as we can hope for, and we'll probably still lose. Come on, come on. Okay, we got him. That could have been ugly. Okay, that's good. I wasn't sure if he was clinging, if he would get the penalty, but I knew for a fact he would get the penalty, because, you know, he's a cockroach. He can cling to the walls, so he can walk across deep water, but he's not like a water bug. He's not, he doesn't float on water. So I knew as long as he was here, he would take the attack penalty for sure, and it worked. Here's another moment. Short sword of venom, huh? Well, that doesn't really matter, but he could have a bonus on the sword, which would matter. Remove curse. Okay, we got him. It's kind of funny, this is effectively a column because they won't go on the water. They try to be clever. So this dude should, I say should, only be able to do 8 damage because short swords, well, excuse me, they do 6. So he should only be able to do 10 damage. But if that thing has a bonus on it, he could do 10 plus whatever the bonus is. So in theory, this potentially could be very dangerous for me. But he died very quickly. And I lied to you. Apparently, occasionally they'll develop the cojones to go into the deep water. And I didn't know that was possible. But it worked out well for me because that meant that he was having a very bad attack roll versus me. Anyway, we have a bit of a problem because we've got this dart slug now. Whoops. We've got this dart slug now, which means that I kind of have to get off D1, which is not good, because we've got a worm on one staircase and we got a dart slug on another staircase. So, assuming we can avoid Mr. Dart Slug, well, I'm gonna try to fight. Oh no. Crap. Crap. Oh, that's brutal. Oh, that's really ugly. If he hadn't shown up, I would have... Well, I shouldn't have tried to battle this guy, is what I should... I should have just went straight for the staircase. That's so ugly. Alright, well, we're past an hour now. I'm gonna do one more game. And we're just gonna... If we don't die immediately, we're gonna... try to go straight to a staircase. Okay, that was a hatch. We can walk back to it. Yeah, screw that. Okay. Walking away. Walking away. Identify. That's cute. Okay. Yeah. I'll cut this video, but as you can see, Bloatcrawl has some interesting stuff in it. I may do another video on this because now I've got that OCD, I've got to win one, but I promise there are more interesting things in Bloatcrawl. And this is interesting in its own way, I will say that, but not in a way that would be fun to most people, I don't think. If I was going to play this game for real, to have some fun and to showcase it in a legitimate way, which I will, I would choose a species that has some wacky changes to it, you know, stuff you wouldn't expect from mainline crawl. Like, for instance, well, this is interesting. Water sprites, slow, extremely frail, cannot read scrolls in the presence of monsters. You would think that would be really crappy, but they heal instantly when they're alone. So, a scroll of fog suddenly becomes a scroll of healing, you know, just instant full health. Fungoids are interesting. They got that confusing touch inherently. Profound elves and ember elves, like I said, amazing spellcasters. What else looks interesting? Flan, I think were pretty, or Flan, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, seemed pretty interesting to me. Fluid shape lets them fit easily into any body armor, but they cannot wear armor types. Golems seem sort of interesting to me. They're just really tough and can't use any equipment. And they start with huge stats that don't increase even if they gain levels. What else did I think was cool? Robots seem cool to me. They have fragile in all their equipment. They break it if they take it off. I asked Hellmonk, I was like, what is the justification for that? Because it didn't make sense. And he said, well, they're good at installing stuff, but they can't uninstall it very well. So I found that sort of interesting. They have a disintegrate inherent, which I haven't tested any of this stuff or tried it out yet. It's just from talking to people in Discord. The ones that seemed interesting to me. Yeah, a lot of this stuff seems cool. This sort of seems like the Jenny expend their lives force to cast spells, so it's, yeah, kind of similar to Jen back when they had this thing called Essence. It was an experimental species where they didn't have hit points, they didn't have mana, they just had Essence. So Obsidian Dwarf seems like it's probably like that. I'm sure there's more interesting stuff. Leprechauns, like I was saying, seem pretty interesting. Unipodes, by the way, are just octopodes with one tentacle. It's kind of like a nerfed octopode. Pretty much the same gimmick as the Felid Mummy, just a nerfed species that's already considered kind of weak. But yeah, you should check this out. I'll put a link in the description. A lot of interesting stuff. And that's just the backgrounds, or that's just the species. That's not even getting into the backgrounds. It may not have been obvious, but there are a ton of extra backgrounds as well that you could look into. I won't go over these individually, but hey, if you are looking to play a zealot of any god that you want, they all exist. You could even start worshipping Che if you wanted to. So, give it a shot. It's on the same server that's hosting Xcrawl, so it's pretty easy to get into. You know, web tiles just like everything else in mainline crawl. I'll probably make another video on this in the near future. See if I can't actually win a Felid Mummy Deprived. But until then, I am signing out.